Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Salatu ve selamu ala Resulina Muhammedin seyyidil evvelin ve ahirin. Meded ya Resul, meded ya Sadat ashabın, meded ya meşayihina. Meded ya maşallah, hazda sayşe Muhammedin Hakkani meded. Tarikatun as-sohba vel hayru fil cemiyye. Peygamberimiz sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem buyuruyor ki men teşebbehe bi kavmin fehuve minhum. Kim bir insanlara, bir kavme benzemek isterse o da onlardandır diyor.
Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said that if somebody wants or somebody tries to imitate another people, then they will be one of those who they try to imitate.
Onun için bazı lüzumsuz şeyler yapıyor insanlar.
There are people who do useless things.
Haberi olmadan hadi artık giyim, kuşam, artık herkes aynı giyiyor.
And people try to imitate those useless things. When we look at how at the clothing people wear, nowadays people all wear the same.
O da artık başka mesele ama daha lüzumsuz şey var ki yılbaşı diyor.
But there are even things that are even more useless. We're not talking about fashion here. That is something else which they try to imitate. But what we want to point out here is that useless thing called New Year's celebration, which they try to imitate.
İşte şey yapıyor, süslüyor, orayı buraya süslüyor, şey yapıyor.
In preparation of New Year's celebration, they decorate everywhere.
O hiç lüzumu olmayan bir şey.
That is something that has no use.
Faydası olmayan bir şey.
It has no benefit.
Bereketi kaçıran.
It is something that makes you lose the blessings.
Huzuru kaçıran.
It makes you lose happiness.
İmanı kaçıran şeydir onlar.
And it makes you lose your faith.
Onlar tam Hristiyan değil de tam putperest adetleridir.
New Year celebrations and traditions don't go back to Christianity. They are pagan traditions going back to those who worship idols.
Onlar da Hristiyanlığa sokmuşlar. Hristiyanlığın alakası olmayan bir şeydir o da.
And they have infiltrated Christianity with these kinds of traditions and pagan actions, and it has nothing to do with Christianity.
Onu da Müslümanlar bir şey zannedip.
However, Muslims think of it to be something important to imitate.
Süslüyorlar, püslüyorlar.
And Muslims too, they decorate and prepare for New Year celebrations.
Süsleyip de ne olacaksın sen? Şey mi evlenecek misin? Yoksa ev mi evlenecek?
What is that decoration for New Year's celebrations about? Are you going to marry? Or is the house which you decorate going to marry?
Yani hiç mantıkla alakası olmayan bir şeydir.
It is completely mindless and it has no connection to any mindful deed.
Her sene bakıyor bunu yapıyorlar da yapan boş boşuna bir meşgale yapıyor.
And we see that they prepare for New Year celebration and decorate for New Year celebration year over year. But those who do this, they do something useless which does not have any meaning or benefit.
Yani zerre kadar faydası olsa dersin bir şey iyi yaptı diye.
And it has no benefit at all. Even if it was just a small grain or an atom of benefit, then at least you could say there's some benefit in what they do, but there's not even a grain of benefit in what they do.
Yok, hiç fayda değil, zarardan başka şey değil.
There's neither benefit nor use in those preparations and decorations. It is nothing but harm.
Onu da insanlar bir şey zannedip başkaları da onlara özenip yapayım diye uğraşıyor.
And thus people think of New Year celebration to be something important, and they consider these decorations to be very important, and they then try to imitate those who prepare for New Year celebrations.
Her tarafta şey, yani bu bir fayda seneyi sana geri mi getirecek? Senin kaybettiğin günleri geri mi getirecek?
Will those decorations and celebrations bring you the year back? Will they bring you the time back which you lost?
Yahut yeni sene için fayda mı olacak?
Or will they make your new year to be blessed?
Hiç. Allah insanlara akıl vermiş, düşünce vermiş.
Allah Almighty gave you a mind and intelligence to think.
Yaptıkları lüzumsuz masrafları, lüzumsuz işleri.
But people do not think about the useless things they do and the useless spendings they make.
Yapmamaları lazım. Faydalı olan şeyleri yapmak lazım.
People should realize what is useful, what has benefit, and people should do those useful things.
Onun yerine yapacak 1000 tane iş var. 1000 tane güzel yapılacak şey var.
Instead of those decorations, there are 1,000 useful things which one could do. There are 1,000 things one could do which will bring benefit.
Onlarla meşgul olmak lazım.
And one should occupy oneself with those blessed and useful things.
İnsan kendine bak diyorlar.
They say, look at yourself.
Yani hakikaten kendisine bakması lazım insanın.
And truly, one should look at oneself.
Yaptığım işler iyi midir, kötü müdür?
One should look at oneself and check, is what I do good or bad?
Kendine bakıp da suratına, üstüne başına değil de.
When you look at yourself, don't just look at your outer face or at your clothes.
Yaptığım şeyler işe yarayan şeyler midir, değil midir?
Look at your deeds and what you do, and whether it is something useful, beneficial or not.
Ona bakması lazım insan. Devamlı kendisine bakması, kendisini kontrol etmesi, nefsini kontrol etmesi lazım.
One should always look at oneself, check oneself, and hold oneself and one's ego accountable.
Her şey gibi insanlar davar gibi hep biri yapsa hep beraber yapalım demesin.
People should not be like sheep and blindly follow.
Davar bir uçurumdan birisi atlarsa hepsi beraber aşağıya 100 tane 500 tane beraber hepsi birden helak olur gider.
The reason why you do things should not be because others did it. You should not be like sheep following one another. You should not jump off the cliff because one sheep jumped off the cliff and all the others jumped off that cliff now too. But you should think and not just blindly follow.
Bizim onlara benzemek akıl işi değil.
It is not intelligent to imitate the behavior of sheep.
Onlarda akıl yok, garibanlarda. Ama bize Allah akıl vermiş.
They don't have intelligence, they don't have a mind, but Allah Almighty gave you a mind to think.
Allah aklınızı kullanın diyor.
And it is Allah Almighty's command to use your mind.
Allah yardım etsin.
May Allah Almighty help us.
Gafletlerine kurtarsın insanları.
And may Allah Almighty awaken people from their inattention and from their heedlessness.
Boşuna işler yapmasın inşallah.
And may people not do useless things.
Ve minallah tevfik. El Fatiha.